Hey everyone, Dr. G here. I just wanted to let you all know that first I sent a welcome video, but for some reason it didn't post. So officially, welcome to the class. I'm live, I'm real. However, I have received a few messages, emails in regards to some things. So I'd like to kind of cover that. Number one is that your book is not an e-text and it's not an OER. So I apologize. So you're going to have to either get the book through the bookstore or you can get it through like Amazon or like thrift books. So it's kind of less money. But that being said, you do have to get the book. There's a lot of reading in this class. I apologize. But you do have a lot of reading and videos in the class. Number two is that the class is run on a weekly basis. So once you finish your week of stuff, now mind you, you have to complete everything in the module. It doesn't even matter if you have to click on it and there's nothing. You have to complete everything in order to move on to the next module. The next modules open on Mondays at 12 a.m. and close on Sundays at 11:59 p.m. If there's something going on in your life or anything like that, I know my syllabus is super scary, but have no fear, I'm not scary. So I've been told that my syllabus, that my bark is worse than my bite. So that being said, don't be like super hesitant of like, oh man, I didn't turn this in. Maybe she won't accept it. Come and reach out to me. If you communicate with me, I'm more than willing to work with you. However, if you don't communicate with me, then I have a really hard time being able to accommodate you. Again, if you have accommodations through Access and Wellness, please send those over to me as I'll need those. Additionally, please look at your upcoming, there's two assignments that are coming up in the next coming weeks. One is your final project. That is due the last week of class, which is only like 3 days in the module, but you have time to prepare. Mind you, you've got to learn the information first, but it can kind of give you an idea of where we're going, right? And it's always nice to kind of know like, okay, like this is what I'm going to be working on for my last project. And it's kind of bigger. And then you also do have a pretty fun, but it's pretty intense project that you have to start thinking about, which is ultimately it is a community service project and something that you would advocate for. So I can definitely send you all some samples and things like that. However, it's up to you. It's what you're advocating for. It's what you would go in the community about. So for instance, I've had individuals, do trash. And so they've gathered a group of people together and gone around their community and picked up like bags of trash and actually weighed it and talked about, advocating as to why trash is really bad for the environment, et cetera, right? I've had individuals go to the beach if you want to get away and out of the heat. It's not a bad idea. I've also had individuals do homeless shelters, just any kind of volunteer work that you yourself want. I've had individuals do clothing drive actually through CMC. And so if you ever want to do some sort of activity or something along those lines to kind of help with this project, you can also reach out to Chelsea Chastain, who is our events coordinator on campus. And so she does all the activities. So she's really open to ideas and willing to help the students put these on. So my one student last semester did a clothing drive, which was pretty cool. And so all of that being said, it's kind of open and there's really no kind of set rules. There's a rubric, but obviously kind of take a look at that. And you've got to write, and use some of the stuff that you're learning about and content inside your paper. However, you can also do a video, which is kind of cool. I received an email with regards to responding to the classmates via video. I would prefer that all of your discussions and all of your responses are video, just like this, because one, it's super engaging and we get to know each other, right? But two, additionally, it just makes class more real and we're not stuck behind these computers. And finally, I will say that I'm probably going to have some sort of like live Zoom class at some point in time, just not sure when, just to kind of like pop on, have any questions, cover some material that maybe is more difficult than others. If there are some days and times that work for you, let me know. I might just put it in some sort of like free chat area to say, hey, what works for you guys? And then, it also gives us a chance to say hi to each other and actually be in class together, right? And so, that being said, just as much, I know that this seems like a lot, you guys, and there's going to be some weeks that are kind of easier than others. And just know that this is a 7-week class and it's typically 16 weeks. And typically it's actually like 17, 18. So we have a lot of work to cover in a very short amount of time. So please try to stay on top of everything as best you can. I know life throws us some curveballs, but I know you can do it. I believe in each and every one of you. I'm super excited to have you in the class. And please know that I'm always available. The only day I do not work is on Saturdays. I don't check emails. I don't log in. I don't do any of that. So Saturdays are my free days. But other than that, I'll check emails throughout the day. I'm online for adult education. And so I work Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays from 2 to 7. So I'm always on the computer. So if you want to throw me an email or text me and say, Dr. G, got a quick question, I'm more than willing to pop on with you via Zoom or whatever you prefer. So feel free to communicate. And I'm excited to have you. Let's start off this semester. Great. Have a good one.